Mommy, I'm scared. Sex workers of Reddit. Are there instances of virginities lost with you? If so, how weird was it? That's an oddly specific question you got there, OP. r/suspiciously specific. It was a British, upper-class tradition that a man would take his son to a high-class prostitute for his first time. Maybe around age 16, maybe younger. They didn't want the boy to get the upstairs maid pregnant. It still happens in many places. I know a lot of people from the Middle East. They tell me running trains on their maids with the bros is a regular thing. Okay? Ew, that's awful. We've all heard horror stories about maids in the Middle East who cannot leave. Is there an expectation that the boys will just be coming over to use the maid? And do the maids know this when they sign up? I also wonder this because, oh my god, I read so many stories that sometimes, like, you ever just read so much shit that you just sometimes can't differentiate between like what actually happened and what's something you just read, like from a story. But anyways, I was reading this story, or maybe it happened, about this girl in the Middle East who was trying to escape her family who was like super wealthy, and she was just like trying to get out, and she like escaped and like almost made it to a neighboring country and then got caught and got dragged back. And I feel like maybe that's something I watched or read just because of the dramatic intensity of the situation. I feel like if that was real, I probably would not have had all those details. Like, you know, when stuff like this actually happens, it's not like somebody just goes on Reddit and says, hey guys, guess what just happened to my sister? So this probably was not real. I get them pretty frequently. It's not really weird at all. They're just super nervous, but I try to be intimate and nurturing and just casual, and they generally have a good time. Name checks out. Dick Hollister? Yep. I lost my virginity to a sex worker. Was 22 or 23 and having no luck with women, so I figured I might as well just go get it out of my system. So I called an escort service. They describe her looks over the phone as 28, but she did not match that description and was clearly older than 28. But I was in the mood, so I said, fuck it. Literally. I tell her I'm a virgin and she laughs for a minute and then proceeds to go on. She's undressing and she has stretch marks on her stomach, but otherwise a decent body and face. Ain't nothing wrong with stretch marks. Anyways, never practiced with a condom on before, but I figured it was just like wanking with a sock, and that it was less pleasurable but still good. Well, it wasn't. Couldn't feel a damn thing. It was like humping air. I remember one of my biggest fears was premature ejaculation, but I was going at it for over 30 minutes in various positions and I wasn't getting anywhere. And it wasn't getting any fun. So I called it a night and stopped, and she left. Such a disappointing experience that it literally made me kill interest in sex. Probably your death grip. Yeah. I thought this dude's username said Buff Mosby. I was about to say, no running in my halls, NICAs. Have a university friend who mentioned this story. She had a young client on campus who seemed very nervous. Right after they both stripped and got onto the bed, the guy freaks out and starts crying while apologizing to God. On his knees while still butt naked. She just told him it's okay, changed, and left. Can you imagine going to have sex with somebody and they get on their knees, ass naked, and just start crying and apologizing to God? People have Reddit who have sex. How was the sex? Every fucking post is here. We get it, you're horny. This comment didn't have any upvotes. It was sitting at 0, so I guess somebody must have take it down a notch, but it was funny. It's funny, okay? So I had to upload it, okay? I'm your only point. You're welcome. Anyways, this was r/AskReddit. I don't know if it's just like a trend now or what, but I'm seeing a lot more of these sex worker threads, which, I mean, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. They're pretty interesting to read, but I mean, if more pop up, I'll cover them, so anyways, only thing left for me to say is bye. Well, that's an oddly specific question of you to r/specific r/specific r/ r/suspiciously specific.